Okay, so the camera is on me. It's not on you, as you can see right there, Mom. Mom, look at the Mom. Please look at the phone.
Yeah.
You see it's on me?
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you have anything to say?
No.
No. So I do have something to say. I'm a 45-year-old man, and when I try to talk with this person that spawned me, everything is insults and put-downs and
on his part towards me.
Yep. And so I guess I'm sending this video out to others who might be in my same position, where their mother denies them who they are, does not allow them to even live their life, basically takes control of their life, wants to know everything, where they're at, what they're doing, every single minute of their life. I'm 45 years old, so you can imagine what this was like growing up for me. And I'm not going to show you who this individual is, because she's very ashamed, I think. She's very ashamed of who she is and who she's become. She doesn't want to admit who she's become. Now that I've given her the platform and the floor to speak, she's become very silent. There's moments where when I go to leave, I can't even get her to stop berating me and laying into me. Where are you going? I'm actually out of town visiting, and came in for the Thanksgiving holiday and stuff like that. And I do appreciate her allowing me to stay here with her. But what I've noticed is that it comes with a price. She says that she does a lot for people, and that she goes out of her way, and that she's very caring, and she always talks in a calm and polite voice. But that comes with a price. Everything is a guilt trip, so it is false. She wants to have you feel as if you owe her everything. And it's very difficult even trying to communicate that with her. Do you have anything to say to that?
No, you're trying to humiliate me, Hilliard, and put me down.
Okay, first off, how do you feel I'm humiliating you?
Because a normal person would not do something like this.
Explain this. What is this, Mom? Explain what this is.
What this is a person trying to advertise to the world that he can't get along with his mother that well.
Correct. I'm admitting that. And what do you have to say about that? I've told you that there is zero communication, that you deny a lot of times anything. For example, when I was driving back from Chicago today and I said, I'm on the expressway leaving Chicago, I'll be there in approximately an hour. And a minute later you asked me, do you remember what you asked me? Before I refresh your memory, do you remember what you asked me?
No, I don't.
Okay, you specifically said you wanted to know street addresses. You wanted to know exactly where I was at. Do you remember that?
Yeah, now I remembered. For you to be more specific, because you're not very specific about things.
Right, so me telling you that I'm leaving Chicago and I'm on the expressway and I'll be back in an hour is not specific enough. So you don't think that that's a controlling issue, that you needed to know exactly what street I was on? You don't feel that that's a control issue?
There have been times when you have said to me, oh, I'm going to be there in an hour, 2 hours, and 6 hours later you come in.
Well, that's because I'm on nobody's time frame, and you're more than welcome to send me a text message or call me and just say, hey, is everything okay?
Yeah, usually I do, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, then that ought to just solve it.
Yeah, well, then also mention that you're 44 years old and you can't hold a job.
Can't hold a job in this bullshit world.
For too long.
Nope. In fact, I would honestly have to say that a job for the rest of your life is worse than a 9-to-5 job, and that's worse than a 3-hour job, which is even worse than basically any type of job, much less one job. I've come to notice that work is a huge pivoting platform. I walk into corporations and I deal with CEOs whose ultimate goal and ultimate bottom line, like my mom who runs her own business, she's a prime example of a struggling business owner who I don't know why she's still in the business. She actually is paying money out of her own pocket now to keep the business running. And it just doesn't make sense to me. The jobs that I have gone to in the past, they belittle and they berate employees. They pay minimum wage. They never treat anybody with respect. Management is a joke. In today's workforce, today's management is just an utter joke. A complete joke. And look at the world that we live in. Look at this world with hunger, poverty, and all of these things that are going on. They're even talking about putting people on Mars. I think there's a soda pop company or somebody who says you're going to be able to get a bottle of soda on Mars pretty soon. They can't even feed the fucking people on this planet. And they're talking about how they're going to put a bottle of soda pop on Mars. So, Mom, you are saying that I can't hold a job in a world that has more interest in putting a bottle of soda pop on Mars rather than solving the problems and today's issues that are on this planet.
I don't know, when I go into McDonald's and Burger King and places like that, I see those people working so fast.
So fast. Do you know how much they get paid an hour?
Standing on their feet and smiling and with smiles on their faces. And somehow they're stepping up to the plate. They're coping with it.
Yeah, they're coping. So every single McDonald's employee is happy, is what you're saying?
Probably not, but they know they have to put a roof over their head and food in their mouth.
Right, right. What about the corporation of McDonald's? That is a multi-billion-dollar corporation.
No,
and they still
complain.
And they still pay their employees minimum wage.
I have always complained when I had shares of stocks in corporations. They would come up with their annual report, and the high wage that they would pay to their to their officers.
That's my little guy. He's my kitten.
I would write a letter and actually complain about the high wages to their officers that nobody could be worth.
Right.
Those kind of wages.
Well, I agree, but what does that have to do with the fact that McDonald's employees are probably there because you're right, they don't want to be there. They have no other choice. Most likely they have children and other assets to their life that they need to be responsible for, and this world treats them like shit.
Well, then they have to make happiness away from the job.
Right.
But they get along with each other.
Okay. So
and
we should all be McDonald's employees.
No, but
then.
in many jobs you've been on, you haven't gotten along with here.
I don't get along with any of the bosses or management. Like I said.
And your fellow employees or something you don't.
The fellow peers tend to also fall into that category. Yeah. Robotics. I've noticed there's a lot of robotic people that live in this world. I'm not a robot. I can't get along with robots. I can't agree with a person who comes into work every day with the, "Hi, welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order? Would you like that supersized? Okay, that'll be $3.99. You have a good day." I don't see it.
Because I gave birth to you, I feel a great responsibility towards you. For your happiness, for your well-being,